Hello students, in this video lecture I am going to discuss LDA, that is linear discriminant analysis, which is a part of unit number 5. Alright, in the previous video lecture I have explained pattern recognition and the phases and activities which are involved in pattern recognition. Now the next topic in unit number 5 is LDA. So first understand what is LDA. So LDA or normal discriminant analysis or discriminant function analysis, all the things are same, right? It's a technique which is commonly used for supervised classification problem. So LDA is actually a technique which is used for the supervised classification problems. This technique is actually used for modeling differences in group. So first understand what is modeling difference. Modeling difference means separating two or more classes. Right? Let's suppose you have more than one classes. So separation of the classes is known as your modeling difference. Right? And it is used to project the features in higher dimension space into a lower dimension space. So it is also one of the feature of LDM. Now for example, we have two classes and we need to separate them efficiently. A problem is given. Let's suppose we have two classes and we want to separate these two classes. Classes can have multiple features. Yes, a class can have multiple features. That means more than one feature. So if you are using a single feature to classify them, if you are considering only one feature, so in that case it may result in some overlapping as shown in figure is in the next slide. All right, so we will keep on increasing the number of features for proper classification. So students, let's suppose we have two classes and you want to separate these two classes. So if you are taking a single feature for the separation of two classes, so it may result in some overlapping. So how will you solve this problem? With the help of more than one feature, you can say, or you can say the increasing the number of features if you want proper classification. Now in this diagram, it is shown that now we have two classes, class A, class B, and you can say class A is represented by green color and class B is represented by red color. So if you are taking only one feature for the separation process, so it may occur overlapping. It is easily visible in the diagram. Again, another example, let's suppose we have two data sets. All right, data sets of data points. And both the data sets are belonging to different classes. That means both the data sets are not belonging to the same class. All right, so as shown in the given 2D graph, which is in the next slide. Okay, so when the data points are plotted on the 2D plane, there is no straight line that can separate the two classes of the data points completely. So this is your diagram. So in this diagram, now we have two data sets, right? First one is represented by, let's suppose you have first data set is A, and first data set is represented by black color and second data set is represented by green color, right? So when you have plotted these data points on a 2D plane, so with the help of a straight line, you cannot separate these two different data sets, these two different data points of different data sets, right? So it is not possible, because you can easily understand that in this diagram, your left side, all the data points are belonging to your class A, you can say group A. But in your right hand side, that means right hand side of your straight line, we have green color of data points and also black color of data points, so we cannot separate, right? So hence in this case LDA is used. So now problem is clear. When you want to separate two or more than two classes, so it is actually not possible to separate, right? So we need some technique, and your technique is LDA. So LDA is basically used to reduce your 2D graph into one dimension graph. You can see this diagram and you can easily understand this diagram is on 2D plane. You have two axes, x axis and y axis. So it reduces the 2D graph into a one dimension graph in order to, why we are doing this? In order to maximize the separability between the two classes. Why we are doing so? Because we want to separate two classes. Okay. So again some explanation is given. LDA uses both axis x and y to create a new axis. So students, now one point is clear that LDA is basically for LDA, this technique is used for the separation of two or two more than two classes, right? First point and second point, it converts your 2D graph, है ना, 2D axis, or you can say 2D graph into a one dimension graph. So how will this LDA convert your 2D into one dimension graph? That explanation is given in this slide, that LDA uses both the axis, x axis and y axis, to create a new axis, right? So to create a new axis and project data onto a new axis in a way to maximize the separation of two categories. So in LDA, it takes the help of these two axes, x axis and y axis, to create for the creation of new axis, right? And after the creation of new axis, we project data points onto a new axis. Why we are doing so? To maximize the separability of two categories, hence reducing the 2D graph into a one dimension graph. When you are converting, when you are plotting your data, let's first you will create a new axis with the help of these two dimension axis. So now you are creating a one new axis, that means a one dimension axis, and after that you will plot all the data points on that single axis. So two criterias are used by LDA to create a new axis. So we have some criterias. How will you create a new axis with the help of these 2D axis? Maximizing the distance between the means of two classes, right? First point is to maximizing the distance between means of two classes and minimize the variation between each class, right? So minimize the variation within the each class and maximizing the distance between means of the two classes. So this is your diagram. All right. So this red axis is showing a new axis. That means you have created this new axis with the help of x and y axis. So in the above graph, it can be seen that a new axis, that is red, generated and plotted in 2D graph such that it maximizes the distance between the means of two classes and it minimizes the variation within the class. Or if you simplify these statement, you can say the newly generated axis increases the separation between the data points of the two classes. After generating the new axis, using the above mentioned criteria, all data points of the classes are plotted on the new axis. And new axis, and in this diagram you can easily understand that yes, new axis is generated from your two dimension axis. So this LDA is also having some drawback. What? It fails when the means of the distributions are shared, as it becomes impossible for LDA. When the means of the distributions are shared, then it becomes impossible for LDA to create a new axis, right? So we have some extensions of LDA. These extensions are QDA, FDA, RDA, quadratic discriminant, flexible discriminant, and regularized discriminant. So each class uses its own estimate of variance. QDA, quadratic, means each class uses its own estimate, then it is known as quadratic. Flexible means where non-linear combination of inputs are used, right? Where non-linear combinations of inputs are used. Regularized means when it introduces regularized into the estimation of the variance. So what are the applications of your LDA? These are the applications. Face recognition, you can use LDA in face recognition application. In medical, you can also use this LDA technique in the case of medical, in medical application. And third one is customer identification. So it is most interesting. Let's suppose we want to identify the type of customer which are most likely to buy a particular product in a shopping mall. Let's suppose we are going to identify a type of customer ki yes, this customer A, this person X always purchase this particular product in a shopping mall. So by doing a simple question and answer survey, we can gather all the information, all the features of the customer, right? So hence, after this, LDA will help us to identify and select the features which can describe the characteristics of the group of the customer that are most likely to buy that particular product. So with the help of, first we can ask simple questions. You can say it's a kind of survey. So now we came to know ki yes, this customer is interested in this product, and what are the features required those who are purchasing this particular product. So now LDA will help us to identify and select the features, right? So students, it's all about LDA. So I have covered each and everything related to LDA. Still you have any doubt, you can ask in the comment section box. All right. So thank you so much for this video, for watching this video. Thank you so much.